Welcome back to my channel. This is Tahira. I am a Christian author, teacher, and self-publishing consultant. I'm also the founder of the Blessed Author VIP community. And in today's video, we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to self-publish your prayer journal on KDP. And so if you didn't see my previous videos, this is kind of like a part 3. I actually did 3 tips for you to create your prayer journal in 30 days. I also did a video, another tutorial on how to actually create it in Canva. And so I do recommend that you watch those previous videos. I'll make sure to link them below in the video description. But for part 3, we are actually going to self-publish. And so right now I am on my Kindle Direct Publishing KDP account. You will need to create this. It is free to do. And we're going to jump right in. So you're going to hit this create button. Now I want to say that Amazon has did an update and this is looking very different than when I first started in 2015. But as of 2022, this is what it's going to look like when you are self-publishing your prayer journal. So you're going to hit this create button. Then you have some options. They want to let you know, do you want a Kindle, a paperback, a hardcover? They have series page and Kindle Villa. We'll come back in another video and do a hardcover tutorial. I'm really excited that Amazon has this now. But for today, we're going to go to create paperback. All right, so let me walk you through this. There are 3 tabs that you need to go through to self-publish on Amazon. You're going to have your paperback details, your paperback content, and your paperback rights and pricing. Those are the 3 things you must go through before you can actually self-publish. So let's walk through this. And I already know the name of my prayer journal. It's called Girl Power Prayer Journal. And then for the subtitle, now this should be something that you've actually researched, but for now, I'm just going to make it up. For girls 8 to 12, for confidence and self-esteem. Okay. Now, when you're doing your keyword research, which I recommended in the previous video, it should be something that people are actually searching for. That's how it's going to help you to rank on Amazon. And I did have one of my prayer journals rank on the first page of Amazon. I'm super proud of myself. And that's because I did my research. And so this is not a part of a series, so you can skip that. I don't need an edition number. Here we go. Author name. So here, I'm going to just do my pen name. Well, actually, I just dropped my last name, but Tahira is my first name and Nia is my middle name. But you can use a pen name if you like. Sometimes if I'm testing out a book and I'm not really branding, I'll use a pen name. So if you have any contributors, I do not. The book description. So with this one, you definitely want to have a really good book description. For now, we're just going to put something. I will come back in a future video. Let me know if you want me to do a tutorial on book descriptions, and I can definitely show you guys that. But you definitely want to have like the title of your book, Girl Power Prayer Journal gives gives the young lady in your life somewhere to connect with God. Okay, so basically this is going to be your benefits. Okay, then you always going to end with your features, right? Like what's in the actual book. What can they look forward to? It's 100 pages of journaling space, blah, 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 blah. So we'll come back and do a tutorial on that later. Publishing rights. I own the copyright and I hold necessary publishing rights. Yes, I definitely believe in copywriting. And so definitely make sure that you click that button. Here is very important, your keywords. This is how I was able to rank on the first page of Google. When you do your research, you want to also put in all these slots, right? You do not want to leave anything out. You want to make sure that it's, filled out completely. And the longer, the better, right? But we're just going to put that in for now. You do have to, well, you can leave that blank, but I would not recommend leaving it blank. Then you have to choose up to 2 categories. And so the first category that I recommend is that because this is a journal, they actually have a section called diaries and journals. So that's one category. You get up to 2. What a lot of people don't know is you actually get up to 10. Once you self-publish, you can actually email Amazon and add your book to other categories. That's another thing that a lot of first-time authors don't know. But for now, we just have to pick 2. So I'm going to go to, let's see, nonfiction. I know that this book is about prayer. Let's see, where was it? I think it was under religion. And then I went to, was it Christian life? Yeah, there it is, prayer. So I'm going to pick those 2. That means those are the categories that your book is going to, if people are looking for those type of books, that's the category. So we're going to hit save. Now, this is something new. Just like within the last month, they just came out with this. Does your book classify as any of these types? Low content book, journal, notebook, and planner. And because it's a low content book, now you do not need an ISBN number. This is new. Amazon is letting you self-publish these type of books. Basically, well, it's always been free, but without having to worry about if you need an ISBN or not. And then for this one, does this book contain language, situations, images inappropriate for children? No, it does not, because this is for children, and I wouldn't recommend doing any books like that. Anyway, not as a Christian teacher. Let's see. So now we're on the next page. Yay, you got through the details. So we're on paperback contents page. Now you're going to keep this published without an ISBN number. Because it's low content, like I said, you don't need it. The only way that I would recommend using your own ISBN is if you're doing maybe a nonfiction chapter book with like 10,000 words, you're doing a brand and you want to invest in your own. We could talk about that too in a future video. Publication date. This is going to be whatever, when they approve your book, it will be automatic. So you don't really need to put that. Print options. Let's just go with the standard black and white interior. That is the cheapest. And then trim size. So we are going to do a 6x9, but Amazon has many different sizes you can choose from. But just for the sake of this video, and because that's just the most popular, I self-published in 6x9. With the bleed, this is important. I always pick bleed because when you're doing it in Canva, Amazon is really particular about, like, if you're using images, if you go to the end of the page, if you don't want your book to have an error, I recommend just hit bleed. And then also you get to pick your paperback cover. And so I'm going to go with glossy because this is for kids, but you also can do matted. And now this is the uploading process. So I do recommend that you actually label your PDFs, but I was kind of just doing this as a test. I know I'm going to delete that off of my, computer. So I didn't actually name this file, but I recommend that you name it. So that while that's uploading, I'm going to do the book cover. So you can use a cover creator. I have not done that. I usually design my cover in Canva. So it says upload a cover you already have, print ready, PDF only. So then we're going to upload the file. And I do recommend that you actually name your files, especially if you are having a lot of different designs, or sometimes if you outsource and someone else creates it for you. So now those are loading and it says processing your file. I recommend that you definitely wait until it says that they have successfully uploaded, because sometimes the process can take longer to preview your book, and you must preview your book before you can move on to save. But if this is, it can take a minute. Well, it just depends. We're going to pray that Amazon doesn't take long, but just make sure that it says it has been uploaded successfully and not this processing file. So let's give it a few minutes. Yay, there it is. Okay, so it says uploaded successfully. That's what you want it to say. And Amazon is quick today. Thank you. Now we're going to hit Launch Previewer. This is Yay! Okay, so now we are in Print Previewer. Okay, so the good news is you want to look for this button that says approved. If it's errors, then they won't allow you to go forward. But now it looks like everything's good. This is how my book is going to look. We're going to just do a quick look inside. And this is just a template. I don't know why it's so big, you guys. I don't like how big that came out. So if you see something that you do not like here, then I recommend that, you go through this whole 100 process. And if something you don't like, then do not go forward. Exit, go back to Canva and reprint it. But just for the sake of this, just so you guys can see the whole self-publishing process, like I said, this is just a test. I'm going to approve it just so we can move to the last step, okay? So now they're going to tell you how much it's going to cost to print your book. Now, the customer will pay for this when they actually buy your book, but it's still good for you to know, because if you want to get like wholesale author copies, this is what you're going to pay. And then whatever you charge extra would be your profit. Okay. So we're going to hit save and continue. All right, so we are on the last step, paperback rights and pricing. So we're going to do all territories, right? We want it to sell wherever Amazon.com sells. And then we're going to pick a price. So, this is a kid prayer journal, so I'm going to do it economical. Based off of that and the printing, Amazon does take 60%. Your royalties, if you price it at that, is going to be $2.64. Now, I have seen prayer journals that are more. If you want it more, then your royalty will be $5. But, it just depends on, do your research and decide, what you're going for. And so once you pick your price, that is the last step. Now, I always recommend you go through all the tabs, make sure your spelling is correct, make sure everything, just, double check all of your contents again. But if you are satisfied with it, you're going to hit publish your paperback book. I'm not going to do that because this book was just a test. But once you do that, you are done. You have self-published your book on KDP Amazon. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more tutorials. If you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, live well, love well, and be well.